Yo, yo.
What up, what up?
It's your boy Rapstafunk.
This is MNTLPLX.
And we are doing our first live roll-up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Our first live roll-up show. And we got somebody from Richmond, Virginia up here.
Yep.
You know, RadioBlitz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna join in today with us. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it live and all right. Ask him a couple of questions. For those who don't know him, y'all get to find out about him. For those who do know him, y'all may find out a little bit more about him. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bring him on right now. You know, with no further ado, after get a couple of things going on over here right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is our first live broadcast, so it might be some technical difficulties, but we're gonna try to keep it as fluent as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So all right, so bam. No further ado, we're gonna go ahead and bring the man on. RadioBlitz. Yo, what's up, good brother?
What's good? What's good?
Chilling, man. Knowing, man. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, man. We've been hearing a lot about you, man. A lot about you. We here on the 757 side, but yeah, just linking up with some of these MCs out here, producers and all of that. They've been
making that noise.
Yeah. And,
got a lot of love. 757. You know, a lot of the MCs from down there, a lot of the dopest MCs from down there come up and rap on our platform or Rapidly. So yeah, we I mean we've spent a lot of time down that way. You know, building relationships and doing shows some years back. So we got a lot of love for the 757.
Word up. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get started here. I know a lot of people, especially on our side, may not know about Radio B. So yeah,
let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Yeah.
Sure, for sure.
All right, okay. Let's start from Radio B. Who is Radio B? What we know you from Richmond. How is it like growing up in the south side of Richmond as an MC? MC.
Yeah, I mean, I'm originally from New York, but I've been down here for probably maybe a little more than 30 years. So I definitely, you know, have my roots in Richmond. I consider myself a Richmonder more so than anything. And I mean, yo, for me, I started rapping probably when I was like 16, 17. And it was more so, you know, at that time, you know, it was really just the ciphers in the hallways, ciphers at the football games and all of that. That was that kind of motivated me to get into it. Just my homies, you know, rapping and you know, just wanting to get in the mix with that and earn their respect, which I was able to do pretty quickly. And then from there, it was just like, you know, as we continue to do things, myself, Michael Millions, I started in the group with Michael Millions and my homie Demise. We were called Trilogy at the time. And my man Illa Scorsese or Illa Styles, he was recording us. He was ahead of the game when it came to like the home recording. I mean, we talking about, you know, we was doing all our home recording back in like 98, 99. Cool Edit Pro, shit like that before, you know, that was like a thing that people did. You know what I mean? We've always had our own way to record.
I use Cool Edit Pro too. I ain't even gonna lie. I used to use that.
You got to use what you can.
Yeah, I mean, back then, you know, it wasn't like, it really wasn't no options. You know what I mean? There wasn't no, you know, people didn't really have like, you know, big studios might have had Pro Tools and you know what I mean? It wasn't no Logic or none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Garage Band, wasn't none of that. You know what I mean? So, you know, that was really actually cutting edge. I don't even think we realized or appreciated how far ahead we were from, you know, I mean, I remember going to the radio station and they was using Cool Edit Pro in the radio station. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know, so that was what let me know. I'm like, all right, we doing all right. We've been using it for years before I even got there to see that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was just, you know, back then in Richmond, it was definitely about spitters back then. It was definitely about bars. You know what I'm saying? That was before the South really started running shit. You know what I'm saying? So the influence was coming from up top. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, so it was really about spitters. It was about MCs. Like the most notable rappers, you know, it probably still is to this day, you know, was Mad Skills. You know what I'm saying? From so you know, he was a bar heavy MC. You know, my favorite MC from Richmond back then though was Lonnie B. Like everybody know Lonnie B. Everybody know him as a DJ, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Super Friends, you know what I mean? That was my favorite MC from the city back then.
Not to cut your wisdom, but do you remember a while back, probably back in that early 2000s, when they had like an open mic in downtown Richmond somewhere?
Yeah. That's crazy that you said that. They Lonnie had a networking party type thing down at the Slip every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I like that's a big part of my story and my development actually. I really ran that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was it started out like he would play your music. He would play music and then they would do an open mic. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody would get in a line and they would pass the mic and that, you know, everybody would rap. And that was like the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell this, I was just telling this story recently. I don't want to get too long-winded, but like I ended up, and make a long story short, I ended up battling this kid by accident. I say by accident
because you can battle somebody by accident.
It was by accident because
somebody sleeping.
Somebody fell into a battle.
I was chilling, right? It was this kid. He used to carry Lonnie records, right? And he was really kind of like a shy dude. Like he wasn't really like, he rapped, but you didn't know that. He would be a lot of times back behind the booth with Lonnie, helping Lonnie out. And he would get on the mic often, you know what I'm saying? But I used to go back there and chop it with him and Lonnie a lot. So me and him had developed a rapport, you know what I'm saying? So on this particular night, you know, he was like, yo, he got on the mic and he was rapping, but he was still nervous. And I'm standing on the wall, and I guess because I'm the familiar face in the room, like he turned and was looking at me while
he's the one with the juice.
He's rapping, but he not rapping at me, but it looks like that he rapping at me. You know what I'm saying? So like the whole room, and at this point, I had developed a reputation for just the way I rap, even though there was no battles that had occurred up into that point. But I was a punchline rapper, so you know, and battle, you know, ciphers would happen outside. You know, people could tell I was one of them kind of rappers. You know what I'm saying? So when he doing that, I'm kind of like looking like, and everybody like, oh. So I mean, I'm in this, you know, me being the young, I'm 18, you know what I'm saying? Like me being that young, like I was violent with the raps, you know, back then. So I mean, I just took the mic from him and I just kind of like blacked out. And before I knew it, he was standing where I was standing at. And everybody, and I snapped and everybody was just going crazy. Okay. And then it was like after that though, battles were a thing. So it's like I did that with him, and then it was like everybody would be coming at me, and I'd be battling like 7-8 dudes every night, every week. And
so what you saying? You created a battle environment.
I did it to the point where we started having to organize it. So we started making tournaments just because we knew it was going to go that way. and I would just win all the tournaments, like, you know what I'm saying? So Lonnie would start getting on the radio, and when he would advertise a joint, he'd be like, yo, come down to the slip, check out Blitz. He been killing cats for like 6 weeks now. And
that's crazy.
Like, yeah, that's how I met my brother. That's how I met Nicholas F. Like, he was Nick Fury at the time, you know what I'm saying? And I knew of him because he had made a lot of noise. He was in the newspaper, and he was he did the Source Unsigned Hype thing. Yeah, and we were around the same age. Yeah,
on the bill too.
Super crazy punchline too back at that time. So he came through, he did the open mic and killed it, like crazy punches. And then we had a tournament after that, but he just watched. And I won that tournament, and you know, our rapport started being built from there. We started bumping into each other at different places, and then, you know, we just, you know, our relationship developed from that point. But a lot of things in my development went on in that particular space at that event. So it's crazy that you brought that event up, because I bring that up a lot when I talk about and that's one of the reasons why the platform that I have with Rapidly exists in the way it is, and that's also to kind of bring that energy back for MCs that are developing themselves, or just need that outlet to test themselves and to be in public rapping and get validation in person for rapping. Cause now, you know, everybody got a studio in their crib or their homie crib. They got an Instagram, they got a DistroKid account, and they just rappers tomorrow. Like niggas say, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna go download some beats off YouTube. I'm gonna load them up on Logic, and I'm gonna rap over them.
Right.
Like now I'm an artist. I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna get an Instagram, and I'm an artist now. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, you had to go places in front of people and
do things. Yeah.
Right.
Rap and rap
and prove that you can rap.
It's like,
right.
Artist.
Basically, MC. The rap then.
Right, you rap, like, and then people had to say, yo, you nice. That's how you found out that you could rap. Like, you didn't know, you didn't just say I can rap. You had to be told that you could rap. And then when you were told by enough people, or you blew up enough rooms, or you made enough crowds go crazy, you realized you had a talent and you had confidence now. Right. So now when you went to the studio, that confidence came through on the records. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's such a lack of like masculinity in the raps now. I hate to use that word because, you know, everybody, you know what I mean? But there's a lack of oomph in the records because nobody, they're not having to go out and test their metal. You know what I'm saying? So
is that why you did the rap battle? And I got another question too. I really want to know what's the difference between the Southpaw Battle Coalition and the RVA Rap Elite.
All right, so Southpaw is a classic battle rap league as in how battle rap is today, in the sense of like acapella battles,
spitting on niggas and shit.
It's battle rap and URL style battle rap. Let's give the credence where it's supposed to be. The credit. URL style battle rap. And that started from I did a battle with Bravo. Salute to Bravo. Legends Never Die. And that was like at the time, that was like the biggest battle that had ever happened in Richmond. That was before URL came here.
Mm-hmm. When was that?
That was like 2015. And we put like 300 and something people in the top. And literally there was no undercard, no additional nothing. It was just me and him. But that battle,
that's crazy.
We promoted that battle for probably like 10 months because different things caused it to be pushed back. But whole time we trolling each other on Instagram and just going at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time. So it's like it had built up into this crazy thing. Like, But it was an insane battle. If anybody who hasn't watched it, definitely go look up Radio B versus Bravo. It really started an era for us, as far as Richmond battle rap is concerned.
Oh, okay, and that's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube.
So again, you reinvented the battle rap again.
I won't say I reinvented it, only because
well, not reinvented, but you know, set the scene in Richmond.
Yes, but there's a big part of the story that I want to make sure is stated in that, so I don't take credit away from. You know, I always respect the originators, right? Like so at that time, he was running a league called League of Champions, which League of Champions LOC is still exists. They're still doing dope things. I was a big supporter of them, and my goal, being from the hip hop side, like I didn't battle at that time. I hadn't battled since that previous time. You know what I'm saying? Way back, I never did that one-on-one acapella battle. I was one of those, like back in the day, like battles just happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep. I run up on a cat and battle.
Yeah, open mic, cypher, whatever it was, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't prepare for it. So I really wanted to test my man in that space. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how that happened. But they had a league already, you know what I mean? But some things occurred after our battle. He ended up leaving the league he was running, and him and I ended up starting a league, and that's where Southpaw Battle Coalition. So me, him, and Nicholas Seff started Southpaw Battle Coalition, and that's what that is up to today. So we've done a lot of.
Is that still going on?
Yeah, it is still going on. We bringing it. We took a break because some shit was just it got a little hectic for us. And we had to take a break from it. You know what I'm saying? And I had to focus on Rap Elite because that was a new thing.
So Rap Elite, yours alone?
Yeah, Rap Elite is mine alone. I have a dope staff that supports me. But Rap Elite, yeah, absolutely.
So
right. We so the difference between Rap Elite and Southpaw, like I said, that is pure battle rap. Rap Elite is competitive rap in more of a cipher form, more of a league now, more of like a league form, in a sense, but still based around a cipher and based around live events that have multiple aspects of hip hop and rap involved. So like we have live performances at our live events. This is what pre-COVID live performances. We do have some battles that occur. But what we
still doing it now though, right? You did one last night.
Yep. So last night, what we have now, all right. So this is how our open cipher works. We allow up to 30 MCs to sign up for our open cipher. And so once all 30 MCs sign up, we have 10 RVA hip hop influencers, from journalists, bloggers, notable MCs, producers, people that are known in the Richmond hip hop scene. 10 of them they basically draft 3 of the 30 MCs per team.
I saw that online on y'all was doing that.
So they do a draft.
Yeah.
So what that does is it allows the people that would normally maybe not that only would loosely follow what we're doing with the cipher and those MCs to be much more engaged and much more familiar with those artists. So it gives the artists an opportunity to be more familiar with them and them to be more familiar with the artists. And it adds just another element of engagement and just a little bit more fun, you know, with the whole process, you know what I'm saying? But it keeps the scene more gelled in to these upcoming MCs or these MCs that are taking their time to be competitive in that manner. We do our ciphers, we film our ciphers a lot like how the BET ciphers are filmed, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like 5 or 6 group of 5 or 6 MCs on, you know, at a time. Yeah, and then we so they each get judged. There's 3 judges that judge them their verse up from 1 to 10, and that's kind of how the numbers are situated. You know what I'm saying? And those numbers get forwarded back to the teams and so on and so forth. But that's what that is all about. You know what I mean?
Because pardon self, not to cut you off, but is it based on lyrics?
Well, you know, rap is never just based on
and all of that. Yeah,
lyrics, performance, delivery, flow, confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things.
That's dope, man.
That, you know what I mean? And that's our goal. Our goal is to like bring it back to when MCs would have to focus on a verse. So like these MCs are now focused on a verse for 1 month, one verse, 2 minutes, 2-minute max for a whole month. You know what I'm saying? They sign up from the time they sign up to the time that they arrive. You know what I mean? It's execute that verse.
Right.
That
that's cool.
Different level on the pen, a different level on, you know what I'm saying? And in the meantime, they chat together, a group chat together, you know, riffing each other, like, you know, talking shit, building relationships and all of that. And it's dope to see them build these relationships. You know, they talking shit, but then
that's the key right there, bro. And I think when, you know, as time passes, we all get older, but as time passes, I think they're gonna look back and appreciate you for doing exactly that, because, you know, it's kind of like twofold. You know, the older heads don't have enough involvement with the youth, because maybe they're not doing what the youth are interested in. But what you doing is you putting together something that's gonna bring the youth together, and it's something that they're interested in, and it's something that they can build on. They can make something out of themselves, because, you know, the music industry is a big business.
You're bridging the gap, basically.
Right. Basically, and the thing was, like, I knew that you couldn't just in this era be like, yo, I want to do an open mic, because it's dated. Like, it's dated. It's a dated concept. Even though I'm a sound dated. You know what I'm saying? So because I was doing Southpaw and I understood the concept of filming the battles and then redistributing those battles on YouTube, the idea came that, all right, if we do these ciphers, if we film the ciphers and we provide them with the clips of their performances, it'll be twofold in the sense that, one, they'll be able to see themselves performing so that they can improve on what they're doing. One, but two, it gives them content. And everybody in this day and age wants content so that they can put on their social media. So like to the young people, that's important to them. You know what I'm saying? And no other platform is providing them with that. They got their homies there with the cell phone, but they don't got an HD camera on them and providing them, you know what I mean, with HD footage of their performance. So that was my way of bridging the gap so that the youth will be like, yo, maybe I'll go try my hand at this rap event. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been in a cypher before, but hey, I'll pay this, you know, 10, 15, whatever to participate. And the reason why I do that is, one, we got to pay for the footage. That's a given. And then two, I feel like it also adds a level of commitment for the MCs when you pay to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the best out of it. You're not just gonna if you could have walked up for free and signed your name, you just go up there and say anything.
Right.
You know what
right. It's the quality factor of it. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing, you know what I mean? So now that it adds a little bit of a barrier to where it's like, yo, I might need to take this seriously. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like a privilege to be on
like you were saying, yep. And like you were saying earlier, it builds that confidence. Like I was saying, and when we was young, we had to get in front of a lot of people. But of course, nowadays, it ain't in front of a lot of people. Is you on the internet and how many likes you get and how many views you get. And to these guys, that's what build their confidence. So like you said, once they see themselves, they have content.
Can you move the crowd?
Yo, it's so people be their first time ever touching a microphone, every time standing on stage, and I'd be like, damn, that blew my mind. You got music videos and you never rap on a stage before. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I started figuring that out, I'm like, damn. And the thing that how it means so much to MCs and like how I've seen it like work in their lives and just take them from, you're like, yo, when I got here, I was in this space in my life and I had, this was all I had at that particular time, and it's helped me get to this. You know what I'm saying? So that confidence extends past the stage in the booth and into their regular lives. So
it built them up. So what's the mentality of the Richmond MCs now? Well, I mean, like what's their mentality?
I think it depends upon what pool of MCs you dipping into, or what pool of artists you dipping into, and who they're around and who they're influenced. I can tell you, my artists that are regularly involved with my platform, especially now, it warms my heart, man. They say good morning to each other and shit, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be wild that they talk about what each other does. Like, yo, this person details car. Yo, I need you to DM me because I need you to do the da 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 da. This one, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, so y'all doing
like an overhead.
Say that again.
Do they look at you like an OG or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people in the city look at me in that respect. You know what I'm saying? At that,
you got moral.
Yeah, that's
yo.
Yeah, that joint is dope.
That mural is crazy, yo.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like, that's a whole nother like level of humility and honor.
That's like one of the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
you know
because the only other nigga is that I know of
Clef Dollars.
Well, it's Clef. Well, it's crazy. I'll be honest with you. There's a handful of murals, and most of them are like within my crew. Nicholas F had the first one. Either his or Clef's was the first. Michael Millions has one. These are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Cole Hicks got one. She used to go by Lil Nikki back in the day.
I heard about her. Yeah, I heard about her. She used to do a lot.
Yeah, she did. She's she's one of the craziest. She is the illest female MC from the city ever. Like, that's. But there's a lot coming from her. You know what I'm saying? That cat's going here. But
so you know Clef, right? Now you said he call you. We say
Fly Anakin and Obliv got murals too. In the city, Mutant Academy.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Like who are putting up these murals? Are y'all putting them up, or is
like
random cats?
I would never. Nah, for something like that, it's not something that I could never be a part of something like that. Like, as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't. I personally am a person that don't really think a living person needs a mural. Like, I don't even look at it like something that
I can.
Like, you don't call yourself that. You let other people call you that. Or
yeah, that's a gift. I will accept it. You know what I'm saying? And I will be honored by it. But I would never be like, yo, I deserve it, or I'm next, or I aspire. I wouldn't have never aspired. Like, people like, yo, it's crazy to how people act behind that. Other MCs, and it's crazy how people act.
You know, any hate behind it? Is mostly love.
For sure. A lot of hate.
You get hate behind it. They look at you like you on the throne. They gotta come and get that.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about it is, what they don't understand about it has nothing to do with the hierarchy of rap. Now it may just so happen that these guys that you see are also at the top of the rung, but that's not really what it's about. It's really that art inspires art, right? So I can speak for the three murals that represent my crew. Myself, Nicholas F, and Michael Millions were all painted by the same artist, Nils Westergaard. Nils Westergaard, he's got murals all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And he also
ain't nobody.
All I'm saying is,
I deserve it, man. Give it to people that deserve it.
He's doing his thing though.
Yeah.
He's just it may be a particular record, or maybe a particular thing that inspired him to paint whoever he paints. Like, he'll paint different people that he knows that inspire him in different ways. For me, I did a song called When 16 Ain't Enough. And it was really about my experiences with police injustice and racial profiling, and just in Laquan McDonald and his story. That was really what that record was about. And obviously, you know, my music in general talks to a lot of those issues, and I get involved in issues like that in different ways. So when everything occurred this summer in the city, there was a project that started called Mending Walls, and Mending Walls did a bunch of murals. They did like 14 murals in the city, and that's how Cole Hicks mural came, Lorna Pinckney's mural came. Quite a number of really great murals went up for Black people in the city, and mine was one of them. But that record inspired the Hands Up, Say Their Name. So like basically my mural is me with my hands up, and it's all of the names of all of the notable folks that were, you know, slain by the police. You understand what I'm saying? So so really
that's really dope.
I don't have shit to do with rap other than my rap. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to do with, yo, he's the da-da-da. Like, it's not about that. It's about I made some art that touched somebody, and that person happens to paint murals. You understand? And they painted a mural of me. You know what I'm saying? Inspired by
yeah.
And it's like it ain't
inspired by you to paint that mural.
Right. So
and it has nothing to do with anything other than
that. It's that simple. Like, yo, touch somebody with your art, and you never know what kind of flowers come to you for that. Feel me? Yeah. That's what artists are missing. It's like, yo, you just ain't touched the right person yet. Now that it could come, somebody could make statues, and they'd be like, yo, this song meant everything to me, and I'm gonna make a statue of this nigga because I'm that moved by this guy. You know what I'm saying? And you got a statue. Now, who's gonna come by and say that you don't deserve that statue when the statue wouldn't even be there if you didn't exist?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's like it's that simple. If people could remove all the extra politics that they put on it, then they'd be all right with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
but just since we're speaking about art, man, I'm looking at that piece that you got on, that little drip you got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Jacket.
I don't know who designed that. Who was that? Might be Mama Joe.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, as far as the design itself, I designed the clothes. My mom is an abstract artist. So, you know, like basically the idea came. It started. She was in like a physical rehab after a surgery, and I took a piece of her art and I took a picture of it, and I went and ended up getting some socks made for her to bring to her, and like she loved the socks, and like her nurses loved the socks, and that's kind of where like in my mind the seed was planted, like, yo, we could really make some clothes with you know with this art, because her art, it just works that way. Her art is fashion very well, but it, you know, but as I started, so like this summer, as I was about to put out the All Art Ain't Pretty album, which she is featured on there, conversations with me and her about her art is featured on that album quite a bit. I was like motivated to really start experimenting with these clothing designs. So I started sitting down. I got the distributor that I do my other clothes with, and I'm like messing with the tools on there, and I just start basically like bending the art all kinds of different ways on the clothes. And like, you know, I'm having fun with it. I'm like, all right, I made a shirt, I done made a bathing suit, I made, you know what I mean, some leggings, and I'm just tripping because I'm like, I'm really in here designing men's and women's clothes. Like, and I'll be calling my friend, like, yo, babe, come look at this. You know what I'm saying? And she like, nah, that shit is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, word. So I just, you know, I spent like 2 weeks just sitting there just, you know, that's what I was doing. I was getting so like excited by it. It was like learning to rap all over again.
Yeah.
Like, there's like that kind of thing. Like I get that feeling now when I create closes, like finishing a dope verse. I'd be like, yo, niggas got playing with me, yo.
I'm gonna watch niggas this summer, yo. Check it out. Boom, yo, boom. Are you die?
But the reality though, for real, the reality of it was with it actually being put out to the public was more like I wanted my mom to see, because she has a lot of issues with confidence in her art and understanding like the genius in her art.
And your mom's an artist. She is that what she does?
No, I mean, mom's disabled. You know what I mean? So she has lupus and a lot of different physical ailments. So I'm my mom's primary caretaker. You know, so art has basically been like her hobby, but like really like a saving grace for her to keep her occupied. You know what I'm saying? For very many years. You know what I'm saying? And I've always she's insane, man. Like she's like the new Basquiat, like for real. Like you know what I mean? Like, and I tell her, I've always tried to find different ways to display her art, whether it was bringing her to Tuesday Verses or I've set up like art showings in the fronts of my shows and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I've done a lot of different things to like inspire or motivate her to do art. But this is like this was the thing, you know what I'm saying? And so it's amazing to see how people have taken to it and to see people wearing it out. It's like if it wasn't for COVID, it'd be crazy.
It's art, you know, and it's dope. I want that. There's a reason why I asked you, not just because we on the show and we trying to get you to promote it. Yeah, it's dope. I gotta get me.
I can't. Well, let me ask.
I ain't getting what you got on.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question: do you do limited releases or is just
everything limited? Everything one of one per size. Everything except for like the accessories. So like. If it's like socks, socks are one of one per size too. We have scarves and shit. Like scarves, I only sell like 5 of a design for scarves.
Okay.
Every shirt, if you got the large, you got the large. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's my size. I don't take mine off the market. Like I'm whatever I need to get, but you know what I'm saying?
Like, I got first dibs, yo. I got first dibs.
Only one large goes on the market. You know what I'm saying? So like, as far as anybody buying it, if you bought the large, you got that large of that shirt. You know what I'm saying?
That's exclusive.
Yeah, exclusivity. You know what I mean? So that's
where can we find Mama Joe's and any other your collections?
So Mama Joe, so we started out putting the clothing line on my website, which is killthedreamer.com, which is where the rest of my merch goes. So I have another line through Kill the Dreamer that I work in, Richmond's own shirts and all of that stuff. But now we have a Mama Joe's collection website, which is mamajoecollection.com. So MAMAJO collection.com. So like that's where anybody that wants to, you know, to shop that collection can find everything. And I update that joint multiple times per week. I'm always putting clothes out. I put clothes out almost every day.
Word.
Yeah, and it's been amazing. Like,
what's that website again? Mama the Dreamer.
MAMAJO collection.com. We got the cosign from Dapper Dan. I had
that's Illy Momo.
That's dope.
Yeah, and that was early. That was like within the first month of it being out. I sent him a DM, and I was like, "Yo, you know, it'd be amazing if you just looked at it." You know what I'm saying? If like I seen that he looked at it and he liked it, and then I'm like, so I dropped like the eyeballs in there, and then he was just like, "Yo, I love it." He's like,
I'm trying to tell you, man.
He said, I love it, concept and all, like 3 fire emojis and everything. I was like, yo, my mind was blown. Because to me, it comes
How'd you get in contact with Dapper?
DM.
DM.
On a straight DM?
Straight DM.
DM?
Straight up DM.
So basically you're saying your joint was so fire off a DM, he just signed on.
Yeah, he like,
that's dope.
He was, it was crazy. And for me, I didn't need nothing else from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, like just that validation, because to me, as far as urban fashion is concerned, is no higher pinnacle of taste. Like, you know what I mean? Like it once he said it was fire, I didn't.
Stamp of approval. Bam.
I'm good. Like I'm a fashion designer now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
shit, you a straight businessman. You're a rapper,
Renaissance
you're
man,
a promoter, you're a fashion designer.
You know, it's
what are you?
It's all it's all by necessity, in a way. Like,
some people will call that a hustle man. You call yourself a hustle man?
Nah, not at all. Because you know why I don't call myself that? Because I'm not numbers oriented enough. If I was a hustle man, I'd make a lot more money. I make money. I make money, but I would make a lot more money. I could leverage the shit I do in ways to make more money than I make by far. Like, I could probably make 5 to 10 times the money I make off of each platform or thing that I do if I did it a different way.
Is that because you got a good heart, or you just intend on not charging for certain stuff?
It's not I do have a good heart, but I'm more like, my heart is in the culture. So in order to achieve certain goals within the culture and among doing the right thing for the culture and for my customers or for artists that are on my platform, or to make sure that they get what they're supposed to get out of something that I'm providing them, I have to pull back from what would be like exorbitant money chasing schemes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for instance, with Rapidly, when we're doing our monthly shows, we in addition to the open cipher, we have live performances, right? I choose the live performers based on artists that fit the platform and are working, you know what I mean, are seen and doing things. If they got a project coming out and I know they've been moving, shaking, they're looking good out there, I'm gonna offer them that spot. But I also have people in my DMs constantly asking to pay to perform, and I don't accept no payment to perform.
That's good. That's excellent. That's good.
Feel me?
That's good.
Because then you have anybody up there. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody.
I could take the money, but it wouldn't. Then the show, the vibes won't be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't line up. I want it to line up. I want people.
Well, let me ask you this question:
quality over quantity.
Would you take somebody fresh off the porch? You know what I'm saying? Say somebody just starting to rap, and they want to see if they good. You know what I'm saying? They open cipher. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And so with an open cipher, the stats run all year. So we have something called Stat Central. So basically, we're keeping track of what kind of achievements the artists are doing throughout the year, and then we have an MVP. You know, so our MVP, they get a belt. You know, they get a live performance at our big end of the year concert, Flag on the Moon.
Yeah.
We plug them in with different media sources and things like that. Interview, you know, whatever we can do to highlight and put them in a position to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To give them a little traction.
Right.
All year round.
So now we have what is called an MVP. Now we have 3 MVPs. So we're into our 4th season. We have 3 MVPs: Trademark, Vintage A, and Basic from 757. And we did an MVP day this year. So at the beginning, before the season started, we went to this place called Common House. It's a social club out here that just opened up. We did a brunch, real dope brunch, you know, mimosas and, you know, all of that. Then we did like a special like tribute montage video. We So it's like they have a theater in that building. So we went to a theater, played them the montage video. Then we filmed a cypher with them. So like our next episode that we release will have all of that footage on it. But it was just something to treat them, you know what I'm saying? It's like to just, you know, like pamper them in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, treat them like an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, artists want to be treated like artists.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta get, you know, the perks, you know what I'm saying? Just the perks. So that's gonna be a tradition.
Why you're doing this.
Sometimes you need your accolades.
And that costs me money. I'm not making money on Rap Elite because we can't do live shows. You know what I'm saying? But so everything that I've been doing, so that like the last 8 months really been out of pocket, and especially something like that. But for me, it's like at the end of the day, it gives the other MCs that's looking like, yo, you know, this is how they treat the MVPs, or this is how they treat the guys that do really well and work hard on the platform and dedicate themselves to the platform and dedicate themselves to their pens. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's going to be like a tribute, like or a tradition. Every year we're going to do the MVP day. So we add an MC every year. So next year it'll be 4 of them. You know what I mean?
For the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was
doing it for the love.
Yeah.
People see that. People real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? And this shit carries on for a decade.
People want opportunity, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People
and this is coming from something very legit. You know what I mean? Your name itself, the RVA Rap Elite is known. Yeah. Like here in the 757, people coming up from DMV, you know what I'm saying? I believe a lot of people is coming from out of town just to rep.
Our first MVP, he's from PG County, Maryland. And then, like I said, our most recent MVP from down 757, Vintage A, is our second MVP. He lives in Richmond. He originally from New York. So, yeah.
What happened to A Driver? Wasn't he up there?
A Driver came and was a part of. We did a 804 versus 757 a team battle. So it was like 5-on-5, 5 804 cats, 5 757 cats, and A Driver was a part of the 757 team. Intellect put that team together, so I put the 804 team together. Intellect 757. Yeah, that's how that went down.
Well, who won that one?
I will say, I'm honest too, right? I'm gonna say 757 won, right?
All right.
The reason why I had to say it like that is because the crowd gave it to the 804 team. But
you think that's because they were more familiar with the 804 cats?
There was some home cooking, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's always gonna be bias, regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we had to keep it.
Fan of the music, they gonna go by. Okay, yeah, they was dope. You know what I mean?
Check that joint out though. It was classic. I mean, when you talk about like hip hop,
find it online.
Yeah, on YouTube, on the Rap Elite YouTube. 8/757.
Subscribe.
What's the?
I gotta subscribe to what is it? The RVA Rap Elite.
Yep, RVA Rap Elite on YouTube. Okay. Definitely subscribe, man. Listen, that's the thing, man. COVID. Our momentum going into the COVID shit was like insane. Like we were going capacity within the first hour of each event for the last like 3-4 events. It was just we were about to move into the larger room. Yeah. We were getting, you know, it was getting real crazy. And but just the energy of them shows, if you go back and watch like that or any other like
coming to one and just coming in there. I meant to go and check out So West. Yeah, he was the cameraman for the night. You know what I'm saying? So he was busy, but the energy in there, the vibe was right up in there. Everybody was showing love.
Man, it felt like something out. It felt like something out the early 2000s, late 90s. Like it felt like. I used to come home after the and sit on my bed and just be spaced out. Like, and my girl would be like, yo, you good? I'm like, I'm good. I just can't believe, like, really happening. Because it's like, we live in 2020, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that just is not the energy. Like, that ain't, that ain't what you getting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only a few pockets on Earth where that's still happening like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially just pure rapping, not like there's a particular artist coming and you went to their show and that's the type of aesthetic that they music is. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this is a cipher on some local artists. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is.
Yeah, like
you cultivating the MCs out there.
Yeah, and a crowd that can understand supporting that. That's the big piece.
That is
like
huge.
Now
that is huge.
You do live in Richmond, and Richmond is a city full of colleges.
Yes.
So people in and out all the time. How are you gonna manage a steady, base?
That's difficult. I'm glad you said that, because I think people look at it the opposite way, because they think colleges you should have a crowd to tap into, but not understanding that in order to, I've seen where it seemed like the scene was this, where there's the fans of the scene and those people, but once those kids grow or graduate college and move on to whatever they moving on to, it's like almost like a whole new scene has to be created.
Yeah.
To sustain, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say, we've been going on, this will be our third year, but this will be our fourth year, but we lost almost a whole year last year to COVID.
Yeah.
And here we are into April.
Industry was shut down.
But we did some things, man. The crazy shit is we did some things last year that allowed us to sustain and allowed us to even actually grow in other ways. So like we teamed up with World MC, Team Backpack. I don't know if you're familiar with Team Backpack. Basically, they're like the national or internet platform that does, what we do is like ciphers. MC.
Heard of that.
Yeah, I seen them.
Heard of them.
Yeah, and they're out of New York. Yeah, they're out of New York. They done had everybody you could think of on their platform. You know what I'm saying? And so we hosted a cipher for them that they put on their website, and we're working with them this year on what they have is called bar fights, which is like it's basically like a battle over beats between two lyricists or whatever. So we're doing a tournament. I'm kind of spilling the beans, but we're doing a tournament with them.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
In the exclusive. So like they're gonna do a tournament in New York. We're doing a tournament in Virginia, but we're gonna produce them together, and then the winner of those tournaments will face off at a future event. So it's gonna be a lot of content. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's some heavy bar business right there.
It's gonna be nuts. So it's that. We did the shows in front of the mural out on Broad Street, and that
I seen them.
The news came and covered that, and then we got back in and started doing the private cipher so that we could get back into our open cipher.
Yeah.
Now we're able to, like, for this event, we're able to sell reserved tables. So some people can't come out and watch the cipher this time.
You doing crazy shit right now.
We're
tables.
We gonna like, bro. And we really just getting started. I know when things
y'all just getting started. That's what y'all gotta build it back up again off of that year.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But y'all still got momentum.
Yeah,
we got momentum. So it's like when
you gonna take it? Where is it gonna go?
Where can this go?
Bro, listen. Especially with the partnership with World MC, which they don't have to do. We're a up and coming platform that does a lot of, does something similar to what they do. Like, and so much love to Armani from World MC for even open.
Not even them. I'm talking about what is your brand?
I say this because I'm saying it shows how the impact of what we're doing, that a platform that large will look at us and say, yo, I want to partner with y'all to do things, because they got hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? We got 4,000 on their Instagram. But I'm just saying that to say that we are really where Rap Elite can go. There's really no ceiling on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's important for us to stay true to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
great answer.
So let me ask you this question. So in 10 years, I'm not gonna look on the TV and see the Rap Elite is totally commercial.
Never. If we're commercial, then we have redefined what commercial.
go redefine it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
If they
that'd be the only way.
If they want to play by our rules, then you know we can utilize the platform. It's a platform. Everything's a platform, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't say okay. Y'all have to put such and such on to be on our platform.
It's what is such and such doing? Who is such and such, and what is what I'm saying is
I got
we not watering down Rap Elite.
My bad, place.
No, none like it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I've refused to do that with my music, so I'm not going to do that with my platform.
You got integrity,
right? And I could have dumbed my music down. I did some other shit to get like it's the same rules apply. I said that earlier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not a hustle man. Yeah. I'm not a hustle man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make money. That's not. So I want to be clear about that. I have to make money. You know what I mean?
I have business. You got to make money.
But as long as you stay true to what
we gonna make money.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
Yeah. Even if you don't make money, the money's gonna come.
Yeah,
it's gonna come. It's gonna come because what we're doing is once we prove to be able to make this popular in a sense of like we were selling out shows, that already told me everything I needed to know about that we're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not crazy. Even though the idea of this becoming popular in this day and age was crazy, I'm not crazy. Like we achieved it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just unfortunate that as soon as that happened, you know, the whole world came crashing down. You know what I'm saying? So, but my way I looked at that was like, look, man, especially at that time, was like, yo, people are dealing with this in a way crazier way than your platform.
It's a wave. It's a wave.
People dying and people, family, you know what I mean? And then right after that, my uncle passed from it. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up
COVID shit.
Yeah, so I ended up, you know, experiencing it on both ends, from the business and the personal side of things. And it was just more like, yo, we just got to figure out a way to keep.
So how do you balance that? You know,
how do I balance
your personal and your business? How do you? You
got a business going. You know, it's so funny that you asked that. I've been asked that one time before, right? And the thing about that is I have to balance personal and business every single day. Because like I said, I'm my mom's primary caretaker. So I literally am responsible for her well-being, her, you know, taking the meds, feeding, you know, all of these things, taking the doctor.
And a big job.
Yeah. Yep. So it's like transitioning my mind from doing that. Like I get up in the morning, I got to make sure she's straight first before I even think about Rap Elite or Mama Joe's collection or any of that. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure, you know, she's good. We had from the time I left my job, it's been rough. That's been a rough thing. She's had a lot more health issues and a lot more needs. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different perspective of my life and what I have to focus on. You know what I'm saying? But so it I share this because there's different people that have different responsibilities in life and different crosses there. You know what I'm saying? And they may need to know that it's possible to do both. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's down to having, you got a kid, you know what I'm saying? It's because it's almost like a lot of very similar responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? I would say this might even be more difficult than a child, but I have a stepdaughter. I don't have a child of my own yet, but I'm getting married this year, so that's
congratulations. Welcome to the side, buddy.
Yeah, so you know that's definitely in the plans, and you know, so but I say that so that people can understand, like, yo, it may be a lot more difficult to focus on your dreams and focus on your, you know, on your goals when you have those types of like responsibilities, or you know, some might say burdens, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider them burdens. I consider it a blessing, because if you can be there, then it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that you learn and pick up from having to be at service to people or to someone you love, or also to your community, or whatever the case may be, is so much deeper than, like, you know, what you can get out of hustling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's blessings to lead, and
it's called drive.
For sure.
Yeah,
that shit called super drive, goddamn it.
And that's hard. It's hard to learn that.
No, you know what that shit called? It's called multiple identity.
Yo, that's real though, because it really is different left and right side brain as far as like what you need to do these things. You know, like what you need to be able to go down and like take care of somebody, and then turn around and get on your business shit, or turn around and try to write a rap, or you know what I'm saying? It or design clothes, or it's like even getting in that vibe again. Like, yo, it's like, so like rapping ends up being the last thing.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. That's really what I wanted to ask you. All right, so do you see yourself ending up? I mean, all right, because we talked a lot about your business and your fashion and the rap elite, but we ain't really talk about your rap career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's good with that?
You know? I mean, you know, it's crazy because my catalog is insane, right? Like, I considered last year to be a chill year for me, but then when I look back on it, right, and I looked at all the music I released, I was like, damn, was it a chill year? Like, I released a full length album, which a lot of people say is like the best album of
what's it called?
All Art Ain't Pretty.
I gotta pull that up because I've been sleeping. Then
hold on,
I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
It's called what again?
All Art Ain't Pretty.
All Art Ain't Pretty.
I released that. I released a single called Revolution. I released Arrested Killers, which was a record about Breonna Taylor, and it was a record really good.
Yeah. Didn't you got a video?
Yeah, that was on BET. It's still on BET Jams. It's still in rotation on BET Jams. It's been in rotation since like November. I released that. I released Cultural Curators with J Biz and Noah O. That's been on 106 and Park rotation for some months now.
Oh shit, man. You getting it in.
Did I say 106 and Park? Not one.
Getting any checks from
106.5 Jam.
You getting any checks from and this just a
streaming, but that shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when I release projects now, I release them on my website first. And I'm gonna do a lot more of that. I think that's the way artists need to go.
Yeah.
You need to, you know. The only thing about that is and I'm trying to figure that out, is that sometimes people are not used to having, like, back in the day, you could download MP3s, you knew what to do with them.
Yeah.
You had a player, you had an audio player on your computer, and you got an MP3, you shifted it to your audio player, you played it. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, everybody's used to having streaming platforms. So it's like when you send them a download link and then they go download it on their phone, they don't be knowing what to do with it to play it right.
They don't even know how to play it.
Usually they'll put it on See, nowadays it's all about the playlist. Everybody makes a little playlist. You know what I mean?
But even then, they doing a playlist on Spotify or on Apple Music or on Tidal.
And it's about getting on everybody's playlist.
Right. So
you ever thought about releasing NTF?
Yo, I'm just learning. That's the crazy. I don't even know what the hell. Like, we still trying to figure out what that even means.
Trying to figure that shit out. I feel you on that. I'm like,
NFT, non-fungible something. Some shit.
Yeah, non-fungible token. Yep.
Yeah.
They say guys now. I don't know.
Off of this, I'm gonna send you the link and it'll show you exactly how you can release your music as an NFT. As an NFT. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just looking at that today too. I'm like, yo, especially with the man. Come on, man.
Figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, man. We
gotta figure it out.
I'm sending it to you.
We gotta
you know what I'm saying? That was just on the section of the music and you getting it out.
Yeah.
So but
that's all I was thinking the whole time you was talking about
Spotify. Yeah.
I'm like, man, the artwork they got, that you got,
and
the clothing line, man.
Right. I'm telling you, you can sell your mom shit for a lot of money as an NFT. You'll keep getting paid off of it.
Yes.
Like if somebody give it to somebody else, then you'll get paid off it. If you give it to somebody else, you get paid off it.
I gotta study that shit. I gotta figure out what is.
Well, I'm gonna send you the link so you can get them do the shit.
That's the fact. We gotta get to that. We gotta, like I said, the money gotta be made. You know what I mean? So like, and the thing is, if we get when you can make the money without having to really squeeze the things that you want to keep pure, that's the beautiful aspect of it.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. If I don't change nothing.
Yeah, if I don't have to make money off Rapidly, then we can make the money that just off of doing it pure. Like we don't ever have to squeeze cut corners and squeeze no rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like we really
make Rapidly much better.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pure. Like that's the goal. Like, and
once it gets big enough, it
won't matter. It won't matter. It'll just make the money that it's supposed to make. And you know what I'm saying? Like, look, like it was already at a point where we was getting ready to move into larger spaces. And if that would have been the case, and we could just, we can book artists that fit the platform, big art, artists of name, lyricists that we all respect and bring them to that building. Man, listen, I ain't even gonna tell y'all like.
Now you ain't gotta get into that.
You ain't gotta tell everything.
Just show the people.
And when we come back to you, hey,
that was another thing too. We had Nicholas F was actually scheduled for something in the water as well last year. So like I said, we were coming into a season, man, like right before COVID. Like that was going to really nothing was going to be the same after like May. Right. It was going to be crazy. Like it was going to be crazy. Like we was getting calls to like help put together like tour dates that was coming to Richmond for like, I ain't even going to say, but like legendary artists, legendary hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Was coming and they're like, yo, Rapidly, can y'all put together the open acts?
So we're not gonna last forever, and when everything opens up, it's gonna open up. I mean, everything. Yeah. The door is gonna fly off the hinges.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah. Are you?
You see what I'm doing? My wheels still spinning. So like I understand, and a lot of the platforms that
because you got a part of VA on your back. I don't know if you know or not, but let me say. In Richmond VA, what you're doing is a part of Virginia culture on your back.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of got like a gift and a curse going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got, you know, your boys ain't gonna curse you because we know what it is, but you got a lot of pressure on your back.
For
So,
sure.
you know,
that's one of the reasons why it's so important for me to stay pure. Because if I'm not, it gives people the room. And you know, I have to also be careful with not giving a fuck too, because sometimes I care a little too much about how.
That's that good heart.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, I don't want people to think this, or I don't want people to say this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody not gonna see the vision. Everybody don't know the behind the scenes and the details of what you're doing. And people want to put, you know, they want to put that the negativity on what's happening.
How much war do you have with your heart in those type of situations? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got them a lot. Because I want to do the right thing by my heart, but then the right thing by my heart ain't always the right thing in reality. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Or any part of.
I don't have no problem, because my whole thing is, as long as I keep my word, I know that my word was always in the right place. So if I keep my word, then I ain't gotta really worry about. I don't have no qualms with my heart and my passions. Like my heart and my passions are directly linked to one another. Every now and then I do be like, I probably should add some money to this, and I don't want to. Every now and then I go through that. You know what I'm saying? But I scale up how I need to scale up. And when I scale up, it's still undervalued, right? It's like what I mean by that, or it's still under the amount that it should be. If I'm charging for something, it's still less than what I should be charging for it. You know what I'm saying? Even when I scale up. So
you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing. I run a tech company, and I deal with some my accountant and a couple other people, and they females. And I told them my price one time, and they fucking cussed my ass out, dude. They cussed me out. They straight cussed my ass out. They cussed me out. I was like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, what the fuck you charging these prices for? Like, and they just made me feel some sort of type of way. Like, I'm like,
because it was too low.
Huh?
Because it was too low?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's how people tell me all the time about like the open cipher and shit, because they're like, yo, you have now added so much value to just being in. If you're in the open cipher once, you experience so much. Like you're gonna. It used to just be you got footage of your shit and you got to rap somewhere. Now, as you get footage, you get to rap. You get drafted by one of the more influential people in the city. You go into a chat with other MCs. It's a whole experience, right? So it's like. So
that's basically what I'm saying. Well, I ain't saying it to you because I don't even know what you charge.
It's unique.
But go ahead.
It's a unique situation, man, because you added so much quality into an event, you know what I'm saying, into a venue. And
not to say beat niggas in their heads or no shit like that.
But you just giving people a chance. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and the serious people will pay the number.
Yeah.
It's just the number. You go in,
you know, my thing was when we were, you know, on the path we were on, you know what I'm saying? It was more like this is gonna continue to scale up on a number of levels. And as that scales up, then we can gently scale this up. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I feel like the other thing is you gotta be honest with yourself, right? In the sense of we can add all of this value we want to add, but at the end of the day, the lifeline of this platform is these open cipher MCs. As long as they are happy, then the platform will continue to flourish.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you also gotta.
I agree with that too.
You can't be too egotistical and say, "Nah, I'm giving them everything, and they not giving me nothing but $10 or $15." It's like, no, they're giving you $10 or $15, but they're also giving you a whole lot of energy.
Well, I don't think that's what we really saying. I think we saying is I mean, not on no egotistical shit, but you know, if for one, you should pay artists. I'm a firm believer of paying artists for doing their shit. You know what I'm saying? If I can't pay an artist for doing their shit, then I feel like I should give them everything that they need when they doing their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? But if you got artists that may be paid $20 to perform, then they should have a good experience.
Right. They have to. They have to walk away with something more than what they paid for. And that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is like, yo, you're gonna experience something from the moment you signed up all the way up and through and past the date that you perform. So you perform, then you get your clip, then you on the YouTube channel, and then, so it's like it's then you're, you know, if you did your thing, then you're getting promoted on the IG page. So it's like you're getting promotion, you're getting networking, you're getting peer grouping, you're getting mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is all in just one thing. You know what I mean? So it's like,
so what's your goal? What's your goal with it? I mean,
my goal is to make a legion of fucking monsters. Like I just want, you know, like I really want a whole bunch of really dope artists and MCs to come from this platform and be able to say like, yo, I got my roots here. Like I'm doing all of this now, and like you got. So it's like if I got 50 MCs out in the world that are making a name for themselves, but they got their chops here and they, you know, they pay that homage, like we've done what we're supposed to do, you know, and that's the surface.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Not even the fact that
creating a launch pad.
We didn't already save people lives. Like we literally have saved people. Like that's not even a goal you go into it with. You know what I mean? But when you're told that, when you're told that, like, yo, you know, that shit like low key saved my life. It's like, wow, like, you know, you can't, you know, then
there's no price for that. You know what I mean?
This is bigger than I even could have thought. But it makes sense because we know we grew up with the t-shirt, the hip hop saved my life. Like that's it ain't me, it's hip hop. I'm just giving you hip hop how we got it. But I had to manufacture it for you because that doesn't exist in your time period. In my time period, this is just when you got into rap, this is how it went.
Right.
Y'all, it's not like that. So I had to manufacture the world for you to experience it the way that we experienced it. And that's what we've been able to do. We've been able to create the world and the environment that we grew up in, as long as they tap into it here. You know what I'm saying? But outside of this space, they're not getting that. They ain't getting it. Like, yo, after the open cipher inside, they was ciphering outside on the street on Broad Street.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
People don't do that no more.
No more. You don't see ciphers like that no more.
Ciphers out on the street corners.
That's nostalgia.
Yeah.
That was crazy out. Yo, I was like, oh, we made it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was
so you made it. All right. So are you saying you just want to make this a platform for people to launch pad into their own separate?
I just want to impact the culture. Everything that I do, I want to impact the culture positively and put and restore order in the culture and whatever it is that I'm doing, whether that's clothes, whether it's music, whether it's a platform, whatever it is, it needs to inject something into the culture that
is meaningful
and is correcting or adding to the lineage of what this all is supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to be, like the realest, most purest aspect of hip hop culture. That's what I want to give to throughout whatever it is that I'm doing. Even with Mama Joe shit, like to me, like this is like I said, like the Dapper Dan cosign, that's hip hop. Like, you know, this is like art. This is Basquiat.
Well, Dapper Dan co-signed that dope ass art your Ma Duke's making.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's that energy.
That's the ultimate step.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd be like, yo, fuck it.
What would you saying?
That's what I said. I'm like, yo, no niggas' opinions, no more. That was it for me. I was like, okay, all right, we good now. Like now we just moving. Like we just need a bunch of people to see it because
that's all.
As far as the taste is concerned, the taste has been stamped and we'll never turn back from that. Like, you know, once that was said to me, there's nothing, nobody could be like, yo, I don't like that shit. I'm gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? But,
goddamn it.
In Harlem. If Hope was like, yo, nigga, you can rap. Who gonna tell you can't rap after that? Like, you know, like, everybody gonna tell you can't rap after that? Like,
so you got any projects coming out?
Huh?
Any projects?
Yeah, I've been working on, like, right now, our studio is in transition. So once that's complete, which should be in the next couple of months, it's going to be a lot of music coming. So I had a number of projects that were in the tuck that I was working on. But I can tell you, as far as AGM, that's my crew, by the way. We haven't even spoke on that. AGM, myself, Michael Millions, Nicholas F., name brand producer. It's a lot coming from us this year. Like and from that point on,
last year in COVID,
the album.
I mean, the volume of projects coming out we've never worked at this level, at this volume that we're gonna work at.
Oh, all art ain't pretty. That's right.
Yeah. So I put out like 5.
Nah, hey yo, this nigga right here stay fucking with me and shit. Yo.
That's what I'm here for. You gotta have an asshole in the whole show.
It's like, yo, this shit right there.
It's right there. You just put that shit right there.
So I got a project called Pyramid Building coming out. That's gonna be a all collaboration joint. It's an EP. I got a joint called Dirt Under God's Nails, which is gonna be an EP that Fan Ram produced.
And the links.
Yeah. Because of the title.
Yeah, I got some joints, man. Like I got some joints. Like I got a lot of shit that's gonna be coming and a lot of content. I'm gonna be working on a podcast too. I'm gonna just be working, man. Like you know, I appreciate this conversation. Like I've done a lot of interviews. And I really this one was real dope. I appreciate it.
This is what we do, man. We ain't trying to keep it formal, you know what I mean? We want to just get the real out of you from, you know what I'm saying? So you can be comfortable, say whatever you feel, you know what I'm saying? We out here to give flowers to the cats that's actually really about and not just talking about it, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. It's a lot of talkers, it's a lot of chatters, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a lot of people there's other people that are really working, and I know a lot of
that real hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely about that real hip hop.
Yeah, because real hip hop don't get the
hold on. What the fuck is real hip hop? We keep saying real hip hop. That's like
I take that back because
what is real hip hop? What is real hip hop?
You know, that's loaded. Like, you know, I don't like to. I try not to be like the old guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the old guy that's not tolerant of change, right? But I do think that pure hip hop comes from a place of, and that's why it gets to a point where you gotta be generous with styles, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you're not generous with styles, then you start to omit things that really are coming from the same spirit that our hip hop came from. It just sounds different, right? Like the street and like poverty and the need to break free from an environment and use your art to do that, which is what the spirit of hip hop truly is. And if you listen to a lot of some of the music that we might shun, it come from that same spirit. But the difference is that stylistically and artistically, it doesn't hold the same, don't have the same weight. Feel me? Like, and that's where the problem comes in. It's like if you're not gonna have the integrity of putting the proper amount of substance and the proper amount of
because a lot of these youngsters, they don't give a fuck about
we didn't either though.
Build them up.
Nah, we didn't either though.
That's a damn lie.
No,
I cared about KRS-One, Rakim. I cared about everybody who
came before us,
paved the way.
Right.
These youngers,
they don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes in. If you can't pay homage to the past, then you don't really deserve the respect for being the current or the future. Like you can't really be the current or the future if you don't pay homage to the past. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because
and if you pay homage to the past, it would bleed into your work some. And that's the clear indication. If you see anything from the past in the work, nobody asking you to make what was.
Right.
Yeah.
We only asking that you be influenced by what was. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the basis of it. That's like ain't no basketball player. I don't care how high you could jump. I don't care what LeBron James could do, but he can't do nothing. He can't eliminate everything that James Naismith did.
Facts.
And still be playing basketball.
That's facts.
You feel me? Like you can't eliminate everything.
Right.
That's facts.
And still be playing basketball. You can't be like, yo, fuck.
You can't eliminate the nigga who made basketball.
You saying like
fucking ball.
So, I mean, the only thing you gonna say like I still rhyme and nigga like
that's that old shit. That's that old head shit.
It's like yo, I still rhyme. That's about it. Like I put the ball in the hole. Like you know what I mean. Like, but I would hope that you would take a little more from it than that. You know what I mean. And if that's what we're seeing, then I put respect on that all any day of the week. I don't care. We've had. In our open cypher, we had MCs from as young as 15 up to 47, bro. Like 15 to 47 in the same. That's crazy.
Yeah,
he's about 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with. See, what do you think about that?
That's not
that's a question.
I love it.
What do you think about old rappers?
It's not boxing, right? It's not boxing. Nobody gonna get Alzheimer's behind rapping.
Right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
So you think old niggas still should rap?
I'm old. What do you mean?
Niggas a Democrat.
Jay-Z is 50 what? He just said Scorpion Bricks way before RB double disc 40 on my lap clap sound like 40 did the mix like
right
50 what? Like we not doing that. We're not. Why? For what?
I'm just asking.
No, I'm not saying that to you. I'm just saying ageism in hip hop is ridiculous. Like it's the only reason it exists is because hip hop in and of itself is a young genre.
Yeah,
and it's egotistic.
Yeah, it started. It started around the same time I was born. Like,
so niggas come up to you and be like, "Nigga, you old." What would your reaction be? Like, yo, nigga, you old. It's my turn.
Yo, some of my homies not here.
You said what?
Some of my homies not here.
Okay.
So you
man, that'll shut his ass up.
Like,
some of their homies probably not here. Like, you wish you'd be able to tell your homie he was old too one day, but you're not going to get to. So we should look at being able to still be here as a as an achievement,
right?
An achievement.
Right. And still be able to rap.
And
be able to do what you do.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
Anybody that say that to me most likely wants me out of the way. And if you want me out of the way, that means that I'm already in the way. If I'm in the way, if I'm old, I shouldn't be in the way.
Let's talk about it. Toast to that.
Yeah.
You know, and the crazy part is I'm not in the way. No one's in the way.
Well.
Who's in the way?
Of course, you don't feel like you're in the way because you just your natural course.
Jealousy, or
but
just...
if it's people that when you spark energy, you bring a light, right? And people want to look at the light, right? And sometimes some people want to be the light. They can't see beyond the light because the light is a whole bunch of shit going on.
Yeah.
They think of the light. They think of the light in the sense of an outlet and being a bulb and being able to be screwed in to an outlet. So that to them, that light right up there has 4 outlets. Right. They just want to be a bulb that goes into one of those 4 outlets. Right. You see where I'm going with this?
That's right.
I am the sun or another star in the galaxy. Right. I'm bioluminescent. I don't need an outlet. I don't need no permission. Right. I don't need no one to create or move anything for me to shine. I am going to shine.
So sufficient.
Because I shine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to know why? And you want to know why you shine, brother? I'm gonna tell you why you shine. I mean, and what you're saying is 100% truth. But you know, when you strike 2 rocks together, right? It causes that friction, and that friction is called work. And when you're doing that work, you gonna spark.
You gonna spark. That's a fact. And no one, and you minding your business, and no one can stop that. No one.
Nobody can stop that.
There are billions of people out on this planet, on this rock, bro. Like, there's no one, like my fans or whatever, and your fans don't even have to know each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you, fam. Do you. And let me tell you what's crazy.
No reason.
The crazy thing is, I'm so secure in that. I told you I hardly have time to rap, right?
Yeah.
I'm so secure in that most of my time goes into making other MCs visible.
Develop that confidence.
Develop confidence.
Yeah.
Also, our YouTube show.
You trying to duplicate. Replicate the process.
I'm trying to give as many I'm trying to give MCs, other rappers, other artists light. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so our YouTube show, it has the cipher.
You can't give them light. You got to show them how to work. You giving them ways to work, and you give them avenues to work.
That's the thing. It's like I'm teaching them how to develop a work ethic without telling them I'm teaching them how to develop a work ethic.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's like, for the artists that have the work ethic and they're already doing something, I'm putting their videos on our YouTube joint. Like, our YouTube show is like a video show. So it's like the ciphers from the event, and then have music videos from artists in the city and throughout the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, we interviewing them. We're doing the work to allow. We're creating playlists with their music. This is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm in the way,
are you in the way? No. You look like you are the way.
I don't get that one.
Like, I'm bent like this. Step on my back.
Yeah.
And you, instead of looking at me as
shoulders ain't wide enough. I don't know about that boy radio.
I'm
like Flex said, everybody got egos. Everybody got egos. And sometimes, we gotta take the position of a boss and manage those egos.
For sure.
That's one thing that you have been successful at, because you deal with a lot of people and a lot of egos.
But you know what?
Manage that.
You have to check your own. Yes, but you got to check your own ego at the door first. So what happens is, this is the thing, right? And I say this, I've always said this. When you decide that you're a rapper, right? It comes with a bottle. It comes with a bottle of, it comes with a bottle of delusion, right? Every rapper gets this bottle of delusion when they first decide they can rap. The artists that sip from this bottle the least go the furthest. But everyone sips from the bottle. Everyone.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know, because rap is entertainment, right?
I'm gonna break it down for you. This bottle of delusion tells you that you're the best.
Oh, okay.
That you're better than you are. It tells you that people should be opening doors for you.
Right.
Opening for yourself. It tells you that people can see you doing your work when they can't. It tells you that you're marketing properly when you're not. It tells you all sorts of things that make you think that you should be further along than you are.
Yeah.
And if you get out of your way and you put the blinders on and take that delusion out of your system, you'll say, no, I need to do this before I ever can ask for this or this. This to happen. But we're all in our own way. Every rapper is in their own way. Even ones that made it. That's why they fall off.
Right.
You get to a certain point, you're like, yo, nigga, I'm the biggest nigga in the world, nigga. I can never drop a bad album. I can never drop a bad album. I'm killing them. I done dropped 4 albums. Niggas love them shits. And then what happens? They get drunk off their own shit.
Yep.
And they fall off.
Yeah, they fizzle.
It's the artists that have to always constantly say, look, wait, am I really doing the best? Am I paying attention? Is my ear to the streets? Am I paying attention to what the people want from me? Am I challenging myself still? Am I keeping my shit fresh? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's kind of like 2 levels of the industry, though, because you got levels and layers of the industry.
For sure, that applies across the board, though, because the thing about it is, what people are afraid to admit about hip hop is the hype. The same hype that goes into mainstream artists, it's the same type of hype that goes into popular underground artists.
Well, I think underground artists have more hype and more support than mainstream artists.
Let's keep the hype word at the point of what we're talking about.
Okay.
Because support is cool. Hype is a problem. And it's a lot of underground artists that get hype. Once they get a fan base, to them niggas, you can't do nothing wrong. And your shit be trash. It be artists, it be underground artists that used to be hot, that making a living off of rap.
Hold on, time out, radio.
No, I was just saying as an example.
You say he's an Eminem fan.
No, I was just saying as an example. No, you put words in my mouth. Put words in my mouth now.
Let's pray for the brother quick, brother.
No, I was just saying that as an example. Like, if somebody was to say, yo, I'm an Eminem fan, you know what I mean?
Oh,
you can't say shit about him. He's the greatest of all time and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell them shit.
Hey, look, y'all not
fan.
I grew up, you know,
I'm fucking with the people though.
M and J used to trade my favorite rapper. Like, whoever dropped the album last, that was who my favorite rapper would be at that particular time between them two.
Oh, you an Eminem fan?
I was an Eminem. I mean, yes, I am an Eminem fan. I can understand where you know where things are not where they was when it comes. That's all I can say. I never could trash anything M does. I think he's still an incredible artist.
I thought, I
you can still rhyme his ass off.
I
You just
definitely
can't think
I'm gonna tell you exactly the problem with M, and this is the only thing that I can honestly say, and I would hope that if he was ever to hear me say this, he wouldn't take this the wrong way, because this is what I would, if as a fan, what I would say to him if I had the candid opportunity to say it. I feel like what the only problem M has as an artist is that he's such an MC and such a perfectionist when it comes to writing lyrics that he feels like anything that he's done previously is old news, meaning he's got to find new ways to rhyme and reinvent writing raps and make it better and better and more complex to the point where it's like he's eating himself.
I don't think you do that. But we ain't talking about Eminem. Fuck Eminem.
It's a fact.
We're gonna bring it back to radio.
Yes, sir.
And we gonna I know we going a little long. I know you probably got some responsibilities going on.
I definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna tie this up. Plex, he normally come at you with a either or type of situation as far as the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the hot seat. See, when I ain't gonna talk about my past, but in a certain part of my past, you was put on the hot seat. And if you're on the hot seat, you gotta decide, do you like such and such versus such and such?
Right.
You got
word association.
Okay.
I give you two words, you pick which one you would choose. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start off with let's see, Mad Lib or Pete Rock.
Wow, Pete Rock.
Pete Rock. Star Trek or Star Wars.
Star Trek, easy.
Okay.
Wait, I'm fucking up because I'm thinking hip hop. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking Pharrell. So
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, we talking about the movies.
Yeah,
we talking about the movies.
If we're talking about the movies, I'm on Star Wars more so than Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm about to say Star Trek.
Yeah,
I wasn't big on Star Trek. I wasn't a Trekkie and no shit like that.
Okay. So let's see. You rather start with the bars first or the beat first?
All beats beats are first for me. Like that invokes the rhymes.
Okay.
I got bars are more important.
I got one for you. MC Hammer or Vanilla Ice?
MC Hammer all day.
Okay. Wu-Tang or Boot Camp?
Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Cool J or Kool Moe Dee?
Cool J. Radio.
Yeah. Good answer. Tapes or CDs?
CDs. That was just my era, man. You know what I mean? Like that was my era. I burned so many CDs for so many reasons. Yeah, like.
All right. Let me see. Mary J or Faith Evans?
Mary J. Easy.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah. Well, Faith Evans kind of nice though, man. I mean, I
but
feel y'all.
Man.
I'm Team Mary too, but she ain't no joke.
No,
sweep under the rug.
Oh man, let me think. One last one. Rakim, Big Daddy Kane.
That's tough.
Yeah, that always hurts.
Yeah, that one's tough for me. I'm gonna go Rakim because of body of work. I would go Kane based on style.
Yeah. All right.
So which one of them inspires you the most?
I would say Kane would inspire me the most based on like how I rap. You know what I'm saying? Like Kane just had like a more flair, like he was into like the punchlines, and you know what I'm saying? Like he was more like a battle MC. Rakim was more scientific, you know what I mean, when it came to like how he put his flows together. But I am honestly, it could be an equal thing, because I'm also,
I think it's equal. It's like the hardest fucking
question in the game.
Ask me.
Like, and my focus about rap is to be as well-rounded of an MC as possible. So like that's my goal, like, is to be able to do everything that a great MC does, like within a project or within a record or within a verse. Like that's my goal. As like when people look at my catalog, when it's all said and done, I want them to be able to say that everything that you would think a great MC is supposed to do, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at two MCs that are so great from two totally different sides of the spectrum, I have to say I pull from both. Just like I felt like when it was J and M, two totally different MCs. You know what I'm saying? I studied them equally because I was just like, yo, what he does is like insane. And then what Jay does is like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I you know, if you had to pattern an MC, it's like, yo, this is the guy. But at the same time, it's like when it comes to certain aspects, the ciphers, the battles, the punchlines, the rhymes.
That nigga, he be dropping mad jewels.
Jay is bro. Jay,
cool, man.
Jay raised a lot of folks, man, on low key. Like, you know what I mean? When it came to like principles and shit that you get from music, like, it's so many times during this conversation where I've referenced or would want to reference Hove said such and such, or will say such and such. Like, and that's just regular. Like he's like Nietzsche, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like a philosopher, you know what I mean? Like he's like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying, brother. Yeah. I mean, I know we about to wrap this up, but I'm gonna ask, because that's my brother in Richmond. Have you heard of Islam Rap God?
No, I have not. God, put me on.
Yeah, he up there in Richmond, man. He doing his thing.
Yeah, definitely link me to something.
Yeah, shout out to Kalanji.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely shout out to Kalanji. That's, you know, that's
Manifest. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Brother Manifest, right?
Happily.
Yeah. He got a mural out here too.
Yeah.
So, him and his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Well, we gotta come up there and check y'all out, man.
Hey, look.
Like I said, I've been to one of them before. The vibe was legit. That was before the COVID.
The reason why we don't come up there is because this guy, man.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna put everything
blame the black guy.
On this guy, on the black guy. No, the Giants fan. We're gonna blame it on the Giants fan.
I'm a Giants fan.
Oh no!
I knew you was a cool dude. So I knew he was cool. You know what I mean?
Oh, you guys.
You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is.
So y'all trying to gang up
on me. We're not gonna get into that conversation.
Huh?
We're not gonna get into that conversation.
Yo,
y'all be mad.
I like our
surely ain't.
Hey, we gonna be nice this year. I'm gonna say it first. We gonna win. We gonna have.
I got
at
money.
Least 9 wins.
I got money on everything. How about that? I got money on everything.
He said it on the camera. Y'all heard it. The Bears fan.
Now we gonna wrap this up, man. Anything last you want to say, man, to the people? You know what I'm saying? Where to reach you at, and everything inclusive, so you know they can know exactly how to find you.
No, man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. It's great talk, great chat. I never, you know, a lot of times I don't know what to expect, you know, when I'm setting up to do like an interview or something like that. But I definitely had a good time, and you know, anybody that wants to follow up on what I'm doing, you can go to killthedreamer.com or follow me on Instagram or Twitter at RadioBlitz. RadioBlitz. And you know, follow Rap Elite, Mama Joe's Collection, all of that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna put it up there on the board.
We about to put it up there. We got to make sure we put it up there.
Old slow finger rap funk.
Yeah, I got the slow fingers, man. The old folk.
Boom, there it is. So without delay, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you gave us a good interview, man. You a good brother, man.
Good brother, man.
We just had to give you your flowers, man. We've been discussing getting you in for a long time, just so the people can know. So
so we can connect with you, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We coming up to the 804, man.
You know, Richmond, that's our brother anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We was on 804 anyway, so you know.
Until he broke us up.
That's a fact. That's a history. That's a history piece right there. Like,
you know, anyway.
I think that's, you know, we, like I said, we got a lot of love for the 757. We constantly have somebody from out y'all way on our platform doing well. You know what I mean? Y'all come up and y'all got spitters out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, me and Nicholas F, we used to spend a lot of time down there recording, doing music. Matter of fact, Michael Millions and Name Brand as well. They went to Norfolk State, graduated from Norfolk State. We used to do all our, you know, recording out that way. So we got a lot of roots out there. And
I used to live in Richmond, man. I used to live in Richmond back in the day. Well, it wasn't even back in the day. It was maybe like like 17 years ago. That's back in the day enough.
So that's 03, 04, you know what I'm saying? Like that was pivotal. That's a pivotal little time there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that's when I was down at the Lonnie B joint. At the
that's so crazy that you brought that up, bro. Like,
yeah,
that being first, and it's at the point that you brought it up because we was talking about like my roots and how I came up. Like literally, that was like one of those. That shit used to feel like 8 Mile to me, like down at the shelter.
Yeah, it was like an 8 Mile, but because it was down there. I remember going there. I used to always, because when I lived in Richmond, all right, brother, I'm gonna go and tell my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I will always say, because I've been in hip hop all my life, all right? I've been in music all my life. And when I went to Richmond, I want to say that a piece of me kind of like got broken off. When I was in Richmond, it wasn't the hip hop scene that I was used to. You know what I'm saying? Down here in Tidewater.
Right.
But when I got connected with the joint you talking about at the Slip.
Right.
That was the
energy.
Yeah, that was the energy that I needed.
That was something different, man. That was, like Big Nat. I don't know if y'all familiar. Big Nat, he been on the radio down here for a long time. Radio personality. Back then, he was still rapping. You know what I'm saying? Me and Big Nat used to be in those ciphers like back to back. Like out of everybody that used to come at me, he was like my only like Robin. Like he was like my guy. He would fend me off. Like he
can bounce. He can bounce back and forth.
Or like he could rap and he had that voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was tall. Like he had that presence in the.
What are you doing now?
Still on the radio, man. Like, still
on the radio?
Yeah, he one of the more well-known radio personalities out here. You know what I mean?
Still connected with him?
Oh, for sure. Like we don't kick it on like a regular basis, but we got a good relationship.
Don't nobody do that. If you say you kick it on a regular basis, then you lying your ass off.
Right.
Niggas be having like mad wild shit to do in between life. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
And then and then COVID just makes it even more uncomfortable. It's hard to even feel comfortable just kicking it in the room together on a regular basis. It's like, so I look forward to like everybody being able to get back to norm and y'all being able to come up here and feeling a room again and just having that energy, like,
Yeah.
and continuing this hip hop thing. You know what I mean? Like that's that energy that you remembered from all the way back then, and I remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just to know to be speaking to somebody that was there, like, you know, it gets to the point when I tell those stories, it's only a handful of people that can really like vouch or even talk about what that energy was like, you know what I mean? Because everybody's old now, like, you know what I mean? Like,
but niggas ain't old, we just older.
No, it's older, but everybody going their separate ways. Like, it's only a handful of people that I can even remember that used to be down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know.
I used to be down there. I ain't even gonna lie. I used to be down there, but at one point, I stopped coming down there. And that was because of something that I might even talk about it online because it's true in the deed. I mean, it's a fact.
Right.
Your man's Lonnie B tried to say that he made a beat that was mine to his homeboy. His homeboy walked in and was like, yo, who made that beat? He was like, yo, I made that beat. I was like, yo, that's my beat. And then I went over there to get the beat. He was like, hold on, man, I'm just copying the beat just in case you come back. I was like, nah, nigga, give me my shit and I'm out.
Damn.
Yeah, but I'm saying that was my experience, okay?
Right. No, I mean,
yeah,
look,
that was my experience, and it's a real experience, motherfucker.
All I can say is like that's why it's so important to remain as pure as possible in these interactions. You know what I'm saying?
Let me clarify. It won't even my beat. It was my homeboy Ant Live from Philadelphia beat. That's who beat it was. It won't my beat.
I hate that happened. I hate that happened. But I tell you why. It stopped you from having an experience. You know what I'm saying? That you in that being a part of it.
No, it didn't. I went back a couple more times, but I stopped going. I stopped going because I had a baby, and I couldn't fucking keep going down there.
For that,
you know what I'm saying? I've been in this shit for a minute, so I understood what was happening. I just won't let it happen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now I feel that. I totally feel that. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's so many. It's definitely, and I think you be in this game long enough, you always have experiences and stories that you either wish you could. Yeah, that you wish you didn't even have to tell, especially when it comes to dealing with people.
Bro, I swear for goodness, that was a good thing to me. I don't even care. Lonnie B, that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. He showed me something that I needed to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at that situation as no type of negative. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it no type of negative.
You a good one for that, because I would. And
I mean, I just understand. It's a lesson. It's a jewel. That nigga gave me like $100,000 worth of lessons right there.
Fact, that's 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm mad for, I ain't paid nothing for that. I'm just glad that I'm smart enough to know that nigga was gonna yike that joint. You know what I'm saying? Well, yike it. And I won't about to deal with no type of repercussions behind it. All right, man. Hey, yo, it's been a lovely time, brother.
Yo, you gave us a good time, man, and it's good to chill with a brother like you, man.
Yeah,
for a little while, man.
Yeah, we can go on for all night.
Yeah, for real. We just hit the 2 hour
time
mark.
So you can be online for 2 hours, man. We can be talking our shit. So
I appreciate it, bro. This has been a great conversation. Like I said, man, looking forward to y'all coming up. You know, when we can get really back all the way back to it, and we just, you know, continue to contribute to the culture. You know what I'm saying, in a pure way. I'm gonna do the same. And you know, the line is always open.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So on that note, man, we're gonna let you go, man. Handle your business, man. Continue doing what you do. He just ran and had to take a quick piss break, but hey,
Salute.
that's what this is.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Be easy.
You too.
All right. There you go.
Oh, you gone?
Yeah. Yeah, good. So that shit long as hell though.
2 hours. I mean, but it's a streaming joint, cuz.
Oh, okay.
Man, we ain't got to
We
worry
right
about,
on time, man.
worry about nothing.
Right on time.
You ain't in the broadcast.